It is the NBA Cup. The top 8 teams are officially set for both conferences. We got the Thunder going against the Mavericks on December 10th, and then the Rockets going against the Warriors on the 11th. So that's next Tuesday and Wednesday. And then in the East, we have the Milwaukee Bucks going against the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
And then the New York Knicks going against the Atlanta Hawks. So the surprise team here is really the Atlanta Hawks. They've had a weird up and down year. They've beaten good teams, lost to the Wizards twice.
They came up with some big wins in the tournament.
Huge wins.
That's but then they beat the Celtics twice too.
Exactly,
yeah.
and they beat the Cavs.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Hawks are like a very weird team, and Trae Young can really, this tournament could be huge for Trae Young. Like last year, we saw how big the tournament was for Tyrese Halliburton. After that in-season tournament run where they made it to the finals and he was going off leading that team, he got a lot more respect on his name, and people viewed him as a top point guard in the league. And I think Trae Young, he went to the conference finals early in his career, and since then he's really been hated on a lot. He hasn't been scoring the ball as much as he usually does, but you mentioned it last episode, his assists are at a new level.
Yeah.
He's accounted for like every bucket for the Hawks. He's accounted for like 60% of the touches, something like that. Just all the assists and scoring he puts up right now. Like they don't have a lot in Atlanta.
Yeah.
They don't really have like anything besides Jalen Johnson's going off. But
what Trae Young is doing for that team is definitely something you want to see out of a guy like Trae Young. Smaller guard, and honestly, we've seen his playmaking ability, especially early in his career. Since he came out of college.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's been capable of. But more of us when he got into the NBA was kind of in awe of his scoring abilities, and he would kind of shoot a lot of deep threes like Steph, and he had a float game too just because he's a smaller guard. But yeah, so for him to be able to move the ball around and get all of his teammates involved, I think that's huge. Just because a team like Atlanta, where again they got a lot of guys that are kind of younger and looking to grow.
Yeah,
and then for them to be 6th seed right now, they're 500. So I mean, Trae Young can definitely maybe surprise a lot of people, especially like you're mentioning, with this tournament. Just maybe get a little bit more spotlight on his group.
Exactly. So let's pick though. Who we got winning? The Thunder playing against the Mavericks. I'm rolling with the Mavericks.
Should we roll with the first West? We'll run who do we think will go to the finals, and then we'll go to the East.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Thunder Mavericks. I'm rolling with the Mavs.
I'm rolling with the Mavs.
There's
the
no
West.
Chet for the Thunder still, but they are still a very, very good team.
Yeah.
I think Luka is going to take it personal though, and he's going to prove that he's better than Shea still. And he's going to win this game.
I'll take the Thunder.
Thunder, yeah.
Thunder.
So you're going Mavs?
I'm going Mavs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Staying in the West, we got the Rockets, who the Kings just beat last night, and they're going against the Golden State Warriors, who were my pick to win the whole thing. So I'm staying with the Warriors. Who you guys got?
Well, I did agree with you earlier saying that the Warriors they might take it, but I think I'm gonna go with Houston on this one. Even last night in that loss,
I might roll with Houston.
They do look really good, and I don't know, like Dylan Brooks might have had just foul trouble, and then he got in it with De'Aaron, so it kind of threw him off. But if he's able to do something like that, but maybe at a more efficient rate to disrupt Steph, and Steph hasn't been playing that great.
Yeah, he hasn't been
He's been
dropping
struggling
30
a
like
little bit.
he's.
Buddy kind of fell off recently.
Yeah.
Draymond's been hurt the past few
So
games.
I don't know. I mean, the Warriors team, don't get me wrong, they're still good.
The Warriors have lost 5 in a row though.
They've been struggling.
They dropped.
Yeah, that's
But-
big.
So this is a time where we could see them getting hot again because the game isn't until the 11th.
Yeah, I mean, one thing about Steph Curry is if you're nationally televised and people are
He's
watching,
gonna go off.
Yeah, he'll do something.
Yeah. I still think the Rockets might take that
I
one.
agree.
It's going to be a good game.
Yeah,
I'll take the Rockets.
Guarantee it's going to be a good game.
I guarantee that the Warriors are going to win this game. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed?
Guaranteed. Steph is not losing to a young team like the Rockets.
We'll look
Come
back
on.
at it.
Okay, Charles Barkley.
Put some respect on his name. I'm guaranteeing it. But okay, so then in the next West round, I picked the Mavericks going against the Warriors. Obviously rolling with Steph and the Warriors. Who you guys
I'm
picking in the
sticking with
next
the
round?
Mavs.
So
I think Mavs are going to the finals.
yeah, Mavs beating the Rockets for you. You have the Thunder.
I have Thunder, Houston. I'll probably go OKC with it. I don't know. OKC, I mean, they've just looked incredible even without Chet. I mean, Jalen Williams, SGA, and then, all the group that he has with them. Isaiah Joe shooting, Lou Dort doing what he's capable of. I mean, that team, I mean, they proved it last year, that they were the real deal, even though they didn't win a playoff series.
Yeah. It was their first time really getting there. They needed to get their feet wet.
And then Hartenstein has been huge for them.
So good. He's so good.
I do think they might take the West.
Yeah, and they also have a lot of young guys who, want that extra bonus money, which is a big part in this. So I could see the Thunder, trying to get that championship, but I'm not a believer.
Yeah.
So going out east though, or Luke, so who do you have going to the finals? You have the Mavericks.
I have the Mavericks in the West.
Okay, yes. I have the Warriors and you have the Thunder, so we're all different. The East, the Bucks going against the Magic. Oh, this is a tough one.
It's going to be a tough one.
I know who you're picking.
I am picking the Magic. I know it's going to be a tough game, though, with how hot the Bucks are getting right now.
Yeah.
How hot Giannis is staying. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Paolo might be back by this time. It said his timetable return was end of November to Christmas, so kind of in that time.
Could be any time, yeah.
He said he's feeling good, though. Mm-hmm. He said I'm pretty sure he's back on court activities with the team for practice. But if Paolo can come back and play with this hot Magic team, I think that it's better than the Bucks right now.
Yeah.
I think they'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Milwaukee.
So I'm the deal breaker. I will roll with Milwaukee as well. I have to do it, because they've looked so good. And I said that the cup was going to...
Why are you talking about a deal break? What do you mean?
Well, because you picked the Magic, you picked the Bucks.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. I'm picking the Bucks just because I said that the cup would turn their season around, and it really has.
You did say that. You said that before the cup even started.
Yeah.
You said the cup would turn around.
Yeah. And then, so the last thing out east, the Knicks going against the Hawks.
Knicks are going to handle that game, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the Hawks are playing good. They played good the whole end season tournament. Mm-hmm. But I think the Knicks are a better, well-rounded team, especially with the big men. Like, I don't know. I feel like Cat is probably going to handle them.
He's playing very well.
He's playing really, except the rim protection. His rim protection needs to step up a bit. But I don't know. Jalen's also catching hot. He had a little shaky start, but he's getting better now. I think he just dropped a bunch last night against Orlando.
Yeah, everyone did.
Everybody did. Yeah, they blew him out.
Yeah. This game honestly might be a pretty interesting game because Trey's usually like a killer in New York. He's always been that villain in New York. However, I am gonna go with the Knicks. I think on paper they're a better team, and they've proven to play really well so far in the year, and I think they'll continue that.
You're definitely right. On paper, they're by far a better team, but this is the college atmosphere. One game, win or go home.
Yep.
I'm going with Trae Young in New York.
Wow.
Staying strong on it. Trae Young's one of my favorite players in the NBA, and like you mentioned, that really is the turning point for me is that they're playing in New York. If they're playing in Atlanta, I might pick the Knicks. But since Trae Young owns New York and still owns that fan base out there, they still, talk about Trae Young even when it's a random concert in Madison Square Garden, they'll be chanting like F Trae Young.
Yeah.
So like that just shows that he is living rent free in their head.
He does. Yeah.
And
I do think it's a new New York team though.
Definitely.
Even though they did, Atlanta already beat them once this year.
Yeah.
But I think it's a new New York team, and I feel like the Knicks are going to handle them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going with the Hawks and the Bucks. So then picking who's going to win between that, I'll go Bucks making it to the championship. So I'm going the Warriors versus the Bucks in the finals. Warriors winning it all. So pick who you guys think.
Man, so I got the Magic and the Mavs. 4 seeds. Okay. I got the 4 seeds.
I like it.
Oh man,
a lot of blue.
I'm gonna have to roll with the Mavs.
Yeah.
The Mavs are. I'm pretty sure I said last week or the week before I said I want Orlando to win the whole thing. Yeah. But the Mavs I feel like are gonna win that one. Luke is gonna turn up. Luke is gonna win that $500K for all of his young people on his team.
Sure. So I have the Knicks and Milwaukee. That one would be a great game if that happens. That would be tough, but I do think Giannis will take that one. And then for me, I have Milwaukee and OKC, which that would also be a great matchup. Mm-hmm. And crazy enough,
no,
I think Milwaukee's gonna.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say the Thunder.
Nah, Giannis is just playing extremely well right now. He's really looked like MVP level, and Dame has been killing it too. And